everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, I'm just going to focus on sharing and shouting out type 1 diabetic YouTube channels and a few people on Instagram that I really like. And I'm not going to hit everybody, and I'm sure there's hundreds of others of you out there that I haven't found yet, but keep in mind that I will find you eventually because we are all one amazing community together. And I think it's so amazing that there's other type 1 diabetic YouTube channels. There's a lot of you that are really awesome on Instagram that do a lot of promoting through Instagram, and I give you a lot of credit that you've taken your condition and you've built a community where people can interact and get along with each other, and it's so beautiful to be a part of that, and I'm so glad to be a part of that with you guys, especially in the YouTube community. So first of all, I'm going to throw my my phone up on a screen recording, and I'm going to go through and share the different ones that I have found and that I am subscribed to. And I have to remember one other person that I have not added in my diabetes related channels playlist. So first of all, let's get my phone on a screen recording. Okay, now that my phone's on a screen recording, I'll go through the list. So Lena Elise, I've viewed her channel for a long time. She does a lot about diabetes related, plus she also does things with her guitar and music. I absolutely love her channel. Bailey Diabetes is a young girl. She's made a couple videos, but some of these aren't as active, and some of you guys are more active, and I'm sure you can tell by either the amount of videos they make, or if you've seen them, you know how much interaction they get. Glitter Glucose, she is absolutely phenomenal. I love her on Instagram. I love her on YouTube. She's just a phenomenal person. I love her bubbly personality. I love how she's taken diabetes and put it into the terms of fashion and how to, you know, incorporate diabetes and make it fashionable, make it fun, make it unique, and make it for you. T. Wendy Lindsay, I've been following her for a long time. I absolutely love her too. I value her maturity and her experience with type 1 diabetes, and again, she's very raw and real too, and she will share a lot of different things that she goes through with type 1 diabetes. Alexis, she is from Beyond Type 1. Again, I don't think she's posted a lot recently, but someone that I've watched videos from, and she's awesome. The Diabetes Daily Hustle, this is Ali. I absolutely love watching him. I love how he has transitioned his journey from going from like eating a regular diet to like a low carb diet, and has followed Dr. Bernstein's protocols, which I absolutely kind of love. That he's so on top of things, and that he's so willing to try different things, and he's not scared of insulin. He's not scared of finding what works for his lifestyle and the way he does exercise and the way he's managed his condition to better mirror his lifestyle. I appreciate that he really shows that, and I love that about him. Diabetic Danica, someone a lot of you probably already know. She is a certified diabetes educator. I love watching her videos. She does a lot of comparing, a lot of product reviews. She's done a lot of day in the life. She's shown a lot of her transitioning from different insulin pumps. She used to have, I believe she used to have an Animas pump, and now she's on the Tandem T-Slim pump, and she talked about the comparing of it. She's talked about why she chose to switch to the T-Slim. I really appreciate her insight on diabetes transition, especially since she's been diabetic for a long time. That you kind of get an idea of, like, you can see from some of her older videos how the technology and how things have changed and progressed. Dr. Richard Bernstein, he is the sole guy, in my opinion, like the guru for type 1 diabetes. He's been living with diabetes for a long time. I believe over 70 years, and he found over the years that he could best keep his blood sugars in non-diabetic levels by maintaining a low-carb diet, meaning keeping only 30 grams of carbohydrate per day. I believe he eats, 6 grams at breakfast, 12 at lunch, and 12 at dinner, I think that's what he eats, and he bases a lot of his stuff off of bolusing for protein-based things and eating a lot of protein and eating a lot of non-starchy vegetables for the carbohydrate, and eliminating any and all like sources of refined carbs to keep blood sugars in the 80s. And that's where the saying "let me be 83" comes from, is from him. I love some of his principles. I have yet to read his book. I've read snippets and bits of his book. I've seen a lot of his videos. All his videos are from his teleseminars that he does once per month, answering questions from people who have read his book or want to know more information about how to maintain and achieve normal blood sugars. Michelle Lord, she is from Canada. I have been following her for a long time too. She's amazing. I just love her. She's, again, is like Diabetic Denica in a way that she will show real life things. She just recently posted a video about going through oral surgery with type 1 diabetes, and I found that fascinating only because going into the dental hygiene career and knowing that if I need oral surgery in the future, what to kind of expect, and kind of how she managed her blood sugars in a dental setting, which is extremely important, which I really appreciate that, I feel more prepared now if I have to go in for surgery or how to better manage it in a dental office, because I've only been to the dentist twice since I've been diagnosed, and I remember them being so freaked out about blood sugars. Are you high? Are you low? Are you this? Are you that? And I didn't realize the importance of diabetes in being a patient. And now that I'm in dental hygiene school, we actually are learning how to handle medical emergencies. And one of the things we have to learn how to do is to recognize hypoglycemia signs. And what's cool is being a diabetic is I'm going to be able to recognize that because I've been through the symptoms and we know how to administer the glucose gel and all that stuff. So shout out to Michelle. She's amazing. Now, for some of these channels, if I don't watch them a ton, I'm not going to know a ton about what they post. But I do watch a lot of you guys, and I have to get caught up on some of your guys' videos. As a matter of fact, I probably should go through and make sure I have the notification bell on for all of you type 1 diabetic YouTubers, because I don't want to be missing any of your videos, because I want to support you just as much as you supported me. The court report, this is a family out in Minnesota. Her daughter Nevaeh has type 1 diabetes and celiacs, and she's had type 1 diabetes and celiacs, I believe, for almost 2 years, or just 2 years. She's such a sweet little girl, and I love how brave she is, and I just love her spirit, and I love her happy little smile that she puts on for everybody, and I just love the family channel as all together. They do vlog styles. They also do a lot of relation with Nevaeh's type 1 diabetes diagnosis. The Dale Tribe, again, is another family. They do family vlogs, but their daughter Aspen also has type 1 diabetes and has had type 1 diabetes, I believe, for 3 years. And I've been following them for a long time, too. They've shared everything up through her diagnosis, to her being on injections, transitioning to the Omnipod, going from a Dexcom G5 to a G6. It's just overall, it's a smooth channel, and I really love their energy, and I love how different every family member is and what they like to do, and I think that's so interesting. Daily Diabetics is a channel designed specifically for type 1 diabetics, composed of 7 different people sharing their own perspective on a single topic. I've seen them talk about like what they like to treat for lows, to celebrities with type 1 diabetes, to how they interpret driving or going out to eat with type 1 diabetes, and I can't wait to see more videos come up from Daily Diabetics. T1D Lindsay, I believe, created the channel or pushed it to be a part, to take part in this, and she's the one who kind of heads it, so shout out to her. Caroline is also part of the Daily Diabetics channel, so keep an eye out for her. Type 1 Parenting is a newer channel too, where it's a father and a son who the son has type 1 diabetes, and they've delved into a lot of different deep topics. I appreciate them talking about like how insurance doesn't cover this or how insurance doesn't cover that. They've actually went out and interviewed people about what they knew about type 1 diabetes and what they didn't know, and I really appreciate that. Diabetic Dude, I've been talking with him for a long time. He started a YouTube channel just shortly after I did, and I really appreciate how he's put his religion into type 1 diabetes, but he also creates very short, simple, and sweet videos that get to the point and are really factual and really accurate, and I really appreciate that from him. I really do like his channel. Go subscribe to him. FTF Warrior, that is Matt. I believe his name is Matt. He works a lot with Ali. This is his YouTube channel where he shares a lot of his experiences with type 1 diabetes. Diabetic, go to him if you want any information on diabetes technology. He is all up to snuff on that, and I really appreciate that, so that I can learn better about what's coming up through Omnipod or Dexcom, or if you use the Libre, if you use an Eversense sensor, whatever you use, I'm sure he'd get you the latest information about what's coming in the future for those technologies. Dreamflight 6000, this is another family channel, but basically this is a mother, and one of her oldest son has type 1 diabetes and has had it for quite some time, I believe over 7 years now, I think 7 or 8 years, and she shared a lot of the emotional stuff too, and how to deal with insurance. She's dealt with like days in the lives, I believe the son's name is Henry, what Henry eats, and it's coming more from a child. And I think what's interesting too is that she's documented a lot from going through school and dealing with type 1 diabetes, because she's had difficulties with getting Henry the appropriate care and treatment that he needs in school, and that she struggled with teachers understanding the condition or taking tests, that yes, he can't have this candy during a test because he's going to stress and his blood sugar's going to go up and he's going to go higher if you give him this candy. It's a great channel. Check her out. Evelyn, I absolutely love her. She's also big on Instagram. She just created a YouTube channel, maybe a few months ago. And she just recently posted about her transitioning from an Animas pump to a T-Slim pump, and kind of a neat video to see from her, and I gave her a comment back that I really can't wait to see what she posts more, because she's so open to talking about and living with type 1 diabetes. And she's also an Aries model, which is super cool that she's put type 1 diabetes into a modeling position, and she's not scared to show off her continuous glucose monitor or her pump or whatever she wants to show off. She's so open about it, and I love that about her. She's Diabetic is another one. I just tuned into her, just found her. She's pretty cool. I believe she's from, I don't know where she's from. I think she's from England? I'm not sure. Let's find out. She's either from England or Australia. I don't remember which. But yeah, she's cool. Check her out. Diabetic's Doing Things. This is one I just found recently too, so I don't know a lot about that, but it's a kind of like a daily diabetics channel where it's like revolving around getting different people's perspectives on diabetes, who's lived with it for a long time, or have lived with it shortly and have learned different lessons, or have gone through different situations that may benefit others living with type 1 diabetes. The A-Team, I just found them too. Their twin girls, Aaliyah and Alana, were both diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I believe 3 months apart. And I love the little girls and how strong they are and how brave they are. And, you know, what's amazing is that they're going to have this strong bond that holds them together as being diabetic twins. And I'm just amazed at how strong the parents are, too, being younger, and that these children being so young, being able to take this and handle this disease in such a graceful manner. Glucose Revival is the founder of the Glucose Revival, the Thrive Oral Thrive necklace that I did a review on for you. He has a YouTube channel where he shares some insights and tips and tricks on how to use his product, so check him out. And the Diabetic Journey is kind of an open channel. It's about different people, but it's mainly based upon one person, and she documents her journey with type 1 diabetes. And she also has a Facebook and Instagram where she shares other people's diagnosis stories to people that have gone through different experiences again. So please go check these diabetes channels out. And before I forget you, Tyshawn, I have not added you to my list yet, but he just created a YouTube channel, and he is definitely starting to do things more with diabetes. He actually does some singing videos too. He sings way better than I do. So give him a view, go look at him, go subscribe to him, because he just started, and I think it's brave when anybody just up and starts a YouTube channel and wants to talk about their medical condition or wants to talk about more about their life. So please go check out Tyshawn. Go check him out, give him some likes, give him some good feedback, and I hope to see more from Tyshawn. Keep in mind that many type 1 diabetic channels will also have Instagram, so you should be able to go follow them. They probably will have their social medias linked in their description boxes like me, or in their about box. So go check them out on their other social media sites like Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. Show them some support, show them some love, get some good advice from them, get some good tips from them, because the beauty of this is we can all learn from each other. But back from when I did the Insulin Types Diabetes Challenge for May, it was the first 10 days of May, and we had to tag people who inspired us, and I'm going to go through and share the people that I tagged. Now, there's tons of other of you that I really, really like, and I couldn't tag because there's only a limit, but I absolutely love every single one of you. Like I said, I'm not going to hit everybody in here, but I'm going to do my best to name every one of you. Terry_T1D, Mishlo, which is Michelle Lord, T1D Kellen, T1D Lindsay, Type1.Emily, Joe, Nick Gets Real, Emma A. Nug, OMG Hazam Hassan, that is, Diabetic Dude's Instagram, the.insulin.type, S. Jillian, T1D Liana X, Best of the Bolus, Diabetes 1.5 Go Beezy, Type 1 Kayla, and Specky Beardo, T1D Chick. Many, many more. So just a shout out to you guys, and I'm going to try to, when I edit this video, as I say your name, I'm going to put your names in here so that I get the spelling appropriately, in case you're not, if you want to go search for any of these people, that you're not mistyping their username. But there's many, many more of you, and I wish I could shout you all out in this video, but that would take forever. And, you know, I just listed a bunch of you guys on Instagram. I apologize if I really butchered any of the way I was pronouncing any of your usernames. Not trying to purposely mispronounce your names, but that's how I'm reading them and how I'm pronouncing them. I hope I didn't butcher them too bad, but that is why I'm also going to be putting the names. I put the names up for you guys so that you can go check them out if you want to. Again, I apologize if I butchered anybody's name. My last name, Nielsen, gets butchered a lot. I'm either Nelson or Nielsen, so it's okay. I hope I didn't butcher you too bad. Video, I just want to give a huge shout out to the Juicebox podcast. That is like my #1 diabetes podcast that I recommend for anybody, because this is how I've learned to manage my type 1 diabetes in a modern world. This is how I've learned to be bold with insulin. This is how I've learned to understand the role of insulin, and how I've been able to maintain pretty good A1C levels and blood sugar levels. I wanted to shout him out. He's amazing. Scott's amazing. His daughter, Arden, has been living with type 1 diabetes for a long time, and it was just so neat for him to start this and share his experiences from how he's progressed in managing his daughter's type 1 diabetes. This video is probably already over 15 minutes long, but I wanted to do this to make you guys aware that there is many different people out there that really share what living with type 1 diabetes is about, and I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate that we can see everybody else's perspective, because not everybody's management techniques will work for you. What I do may not work for your lifestyle. Some things I do may work for your lifestyle, but you may follow better with somebody else's style of managing type 1 diabetes. Either you learn it through Instagram, or maybe even Facebook, or even YouTube. So I want to take this moment and say how proud I am of this community that has really stepped up on social media to help fight for cheaper insulin prices, to help really show what type 1 diabetes is about, because I believe type 1 diabetes gets easily mistaken for other forms of diabetes, and that, you know, we get discriminated for, or we get picked on because of this disease, and it's not easy to live with. And if you just go see, even if you're non-diabetic, go check out some of these YouTube channels, or go check out any of these Instagrams, because you will truly see that living with type 1 diabetes is no easy work. It is a 24/7 disease, and on top of that, we got to live a life, and a lot of us have jobs, or like me, are going to college to have a job, and we have to learn how to manage that meticulously and appropriately. And just open your eyes and recognize that if you don't have type 1 diabetes, be thankful for the health you do have, because it is not easy being a full-time pancreas. Even with the technology we have, we still have to do a lot of other things and think about a lot of other things that non-diabetics wouldn't have to think about. And it's always on your mind to have type 1 diabetes. It's always on your mind. Where's my blood sugar? Where's it going? What am I going to do next? What can happen here? You are literally trying to manage blood chemistry to avoid diabetic complications, to avoid damaging your organs by yourself. You're literally just trying to be an organ, and a lot of people forget that, and a lot of people don't understand that. So I wanted to do this video for this reason, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found other people that inspire you. Hopefully all my screen recordings went up properly, but if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. I post videos every single week about diabetes plus more. And until next week, 4 more videos. Take care. God bless. Be kind. Spread positivity. And be thankful. And please go check out these other amazing type 1 diabetes advocates on Instagram and YouTube. You will not regret it. Bye, everyone.